Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Zoda's Revenge, StarTropics 2 for the NES. We have now made our way into Victorian-era England, and now it's time for us to look around. And amazingly, this area is pretty darn linear. If there is a lamppost, you can't walk past it, so we might as well just go ahead and look around, and as you can see, there's not much to look around for except for this door. Once we go in, that's when we'll meet this guy. Ah, good evening. Allow me to introduce myself. The name is Holmes. You shout, "You mean Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?" Well, yes, I do love a good mystery. In fact, I have concluded that a robbery will occur in the museum tonight. A rascal by the name of Zoda X intends to steal a most curious stone. Zoda X? Zoda! I've heard that name before. Oh? Well then, you shall help me catch him red-handed. Meet me at the museum at the stroke of midnight. And don't be late. And once we are finished talking to Sherlock Holmes, we are now on the other side of this lamppost. We are now able to advance with this area. You can, believe it or not, talk to the dogs here, but all they do is bark. And while you could talk to this guy, all he does is just give you a hard time for talking to him while he is trying to sleep. So with that out of the way, let me... Not that either. Let me turn this down so I can concentrate. I accidentally turned the sound off while I was trying to turn the sound down there. Now I can think a little more clearly. So anyway, we kind of need to follow the path here. And we want to go to the west here in order to talk to this cop. You actually have to talk to this constable in order to get out of this area. A little late to be going to the museum, isn't it? Suspicious. Come with me. And this guy, if you talk to him, now that you're in jail, he will tell you that the place is escape-proof, and it does look like that. And if you talk to the constable, he will just fall asleep. But if you walk into this exact part of the wall, you can get out. Of course, you can't get back in again, but why would you want to? And from here, we can follow the path. And it seems like there's a dead end to the north, but if you walk west into this building, hidden passage. This guy is just sleepwalking. And you could talk to that dog, but he just says the same thing as everything else. And the dog also just leads to a dead end. So you want to go north from the sleepwalking man, and you will end up at the museum. Aha! Just in time, Mike. Come, I will show you the stone. A tetrad, but before we grab it, it's Zoda. I've got the tetrad now, Mike. Zoda, that alien scum. Weak human. You'll never survive the power of the mighty Zoda X. And Zoda X takes the tetrad before he disappears. The game's afoot, Mike. You give chase and I will cut him off. Now, the path to the rest of the game is to the south, but you want to go west first because that gives you a big heart, and there's definitely some health that we are going to need. Also health that you can very easily miss too, so be sure to get it while you can. Anyway, let's go ahead and head south. And there we go. Just leap over the water here, and I'm going to switch to the Psychic Shockwave for a little later on. Want to be careful with this raft here. It is possible to accidentally make it so that you accidentally jump into the water and die trying to get to the raft. You want to jump to that tile, and then you want to wait for the raft to come back here so you can jump to it again. You want to be near the edge when you jump, so that way you don't give yourself a hard time. And I could have just rushed and did a diagonal jump to that raft, but I don't exactly feel like putting up with that, so yeah, let's do it the safer way. And from here, it's time to take on some more jellyfish. Well, they're the only jellyfish we've seen so far. And as you can see, the psychic shockwave makes it a little easier to hit these things. Though I don't necessarily need to hit all of them. Want to be careful. Be sure your shadow is going exactly where it's going. Don't even jump to those platforms over there, because you won't be able to reach them at all. And from here, it's time to take on some rats and some blobs. The rats seem to want to go in one particular direction, and you want to make sure that they don't get too close either. Come on. The blobs just jump one space diagonally always, but sometimes they can move where you don't want them to, and they can give you a hard time because of that. Okay. There we go. Yeah, sometimes the rats love the double back. Keep that in mind. And now we got these red frogs. I want to go over here and shoot that last frog from a diagonal angle, and I want to jump to this tile. Thankfully, I can easily move around diagonally here, and I do want to be able to hit that sphere, so I can go north to here and take out these two giant rats, which is something I do want to do. And he has no choice but to line up with me and get absolutely destroyed. By taking care of these two giant rats, we'll be able to get a potion. I definitely want it. I could be having a hard time. And of course, by going back here, we will have to deal with the frogs again, but whatever. I can easily just walk around diagonally here. And I want to leap onto this tile. Hitting this sphere that pops up will allow us to open the path to the west, which is what I want to take. And from here, we need to follow the path and be very careful of the mice that show up. There's usually going to be 2 per part that we're going to be walking around in. And you also want to keep your finger trigger ready, because you will be in front of a rat more than likely whenever you transition from one screen to the other. Again, you want to be careful, especially here. Sometimes I get tripped up and accidentally run into the mouse, not expecting the mouse to be there, even though I know it should be. And want to be very careful while taking care of the enemies here. It is possible to fall into the water and die if you stand on the conveyor belts for too long. I probably didn't mention that in a video or 2 ago, but yes, it is possible to fall into water from staying on the conveyor belt tiles for too long. And these owls, unless you're on the upper part of the room, you have the jump to hit the owls. Can't believe that happened. There we go. Took care of him. And now it's time for the boss. Zoda creates his thing, and we have to shoot it. Get all the way to the edge, jump to the left, shoot a couple times, keep jumping from platform to platform, and when you're down the one platform, that's when you're going to want to get away. And I thought I was not going to make it there. I thought I wasn't going to make it there either. I want to make sure on the very edge on that first jump. It is possible to do more than 3 shots per time I shoot, but I'd rather not chance it. And it's not like this boss is going to give you that much trouble as long as you know what you're doing and you're very careful. Thankfully, the jumps are non-committal. You can change direction. Also, apologies if I'm quiet here. There we go. Ooh. Now we just need to do this one more time. Okay. Gotta jump on that tile. Whew. You gotta do that one more time just so you can get to the spear there. You definitely don't want to die after the boss. That's embarrassing. So yeah, we followed the path. We can now get out of here. There's Zoda. He's getting away. And hey, we've done it. Now we can save our progress. But we're gonna have to go through another dungeon to catch up with Zoda. How is that gonna pan out? Well, we'll have to find out and wait until the next video. Join me next time where we go through more of the sewers of Victoria-era London and hopefully catch up with Zoda X. So until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!